What's going on? So I'm out here at Delaware State Forest doing a quick overnight, and I really wasn't planning on recording the trip into camp. And I'm kind of bumbling around out here, lost the trail because there's no blaze, and I came across this. So, need to get out. Haven't been backpacking in a couple weeks. I was starting to get that itch. Once you start doing this, it's like you get hooked. So I am out this time in the Delaware State Forest, and I'm at Saw Creek. So let's take a look here. Take a look at the map. All right, so here's my map. And this is on Christmas Eve. I was down here, like right down this little section. So Christmas Eve, I was down this section. Today, I'm all the way up on this side, parked up here by Lake Minnesink, and I'm right now down here on Saw Creek. And right on, well, this is actually Thunder Swamp. We're right on the edge of Thunder Swamp, what the trail's named after. This is the Thunder Swamp trail system. But this yellow trail is where I am. And this yellow trail no longer exists. Me and my buddy are out here is either the beginning of 2017 or the end of 2016. And we tried to trace this trail. And right out in here, right past where I am right now, it's gone. It's just completely gone. No longer exists. There's no crossing anymore. It's all flooded out. But we came across this campsite while we were out here doing our hike. Let me show you this. So I had to bushwhack through. So let me show you what we got here. So I had to bushwhack through all this. Came from way in over there. And there's still some spots where there's blaze on the trees. But this is right on the Saw Creek. And then the Thunder Swamp Trail goes past up there, up on that side. But look how beautiful this is. I know the camera's never going to pick this up, but this is gorgeous. Got a nice pre-existing fire ring here. Got the spot to hang the hammock. And the nice thing is, since this trail is... really nice part of this is, since this trail is no longer... used. I don't know anybody I don't even know if people even know this trail's still here. So there's just firewood everywhere, just laying all over the place. Beautiful sight. So I'm gonna get myself set up. Oh, before I get set up and my map blows away. So on my way in, I went, I'll put up my GPS information here. Let me fold this up real fast. All right, so before I get set up, I'll put my GPS information up. I'm really only about maybe a little over a mile and a quarter, if that, from where I parked. Not real far, but you can see I went over 2 miles to get here. I walked right past the intersection. Like I said, I've been here before, but I forgot where we turned. And there's this little overlook. It's not really an overlook spot where you can see the lake. And I remember that, and I went up to that, and I went straight through it. And I forgot that we had turned around and went back a couple hundred yards. But while I was up there trying to figure out where I actually was, I was hiking down the spot that I thought was the trail. And because it looked very similar to the trail that comes back here. And it just ends. But out of the corner of my eye, I see this weird, looks like a moss formation on a tree. It's not moss, it was a porcupine. Check this out, the trail, because there's no blaze. And I came across this. All right. I can't really see the screen, but right in here, see that little ball in the tree? It's a porcupine. It's just a porcupine chilling out in a tree. I don't want to get too close and scare him. So he's just chilling out in this tree. I guess he's trying to sun himself. And that's February 13th. Weird time of year for porcupines to be out sunning themselves. So it was really cool to see. He just really wanted to be left alone. I tried my best to leave him alone. But that spot where I was standing, once I got back out and I found the right trail, I was only like 200 feet from the actual trail I wanted to be on. If I would have just bushwhacked through those trees, it would have been right on schedule. But it is what it is. It's a nice day for a hike, and it's not even 1 o'clock yet. So I got plenty of time to get set up, enjoy myself, and just relax out here in the woods. So let me get myself set up, and I'll be back with you guys in a bit. So I got camp all set up, and a little bit different. I got a different hammock set up this time. If you're keen-eyed, you'll notice that's different. That's a new prototype I'm working on. This is the first time I've had it out, so excited to see how that works. And first time I'm using a different suspension too, using a UCR instead of a Wilkie sling. So there'll be a video up about the difference between the two. But I'm going to have some lunch here. I'm going to set you guys up by the water so you can see how beautiful this is here. And I'm going to get back to processing wood. I was lucky enough to find an exposed dead tree that is completely dry. I'll be processing that up. They'll give me some really good firewood. And yeah, just looking forward to relax. Still got my micro spikes on now because it's a little icy. A little bit icy. A little slushy and icy, and it's going to start getting colder again. So, alright, go set you down by the water. Take a little walk here, see if I can find some kind of birch bark or something. If not, there's a lot of this dry grass. I can try to grab some of that. But walk down here to the other part of the swamp. Give you an idea what I had to bushwhack through. I mean, it's not horrible, but the trail that was once here is long since gone. And I've got plenty of wood now. There's plenty of just pine, stuff like that laying around for kindling. Get a good fire start. I mean, there's just dead branches hanging all over the place. A lot of tracks in here. I've seen some raccoon tracks. I saw that porcupine before. So I got to keep an eye open too for a good bear bag tree. Again, I don't expect bears this time of year, but seeing all the raccoon prints I'm seeing and the definite porcupine sighting I saw, I'm going to want to keep my food as secure as possible. I'm trying to remember where I came through. Here we go. This looks like birch bark. This is a big old gnarly birch. That's not good. Nice, decent. That looks trustworthy, right? And no, you probably won't be able to see it, but right out in here, there is an old foundation. I think used to be a sawmill. I think that's why this is called Saw Creek. This dam appears to have some holes. Pretty sure it's supposed to stop water. Of course, there's trees growing in it and everything. So, but this is where the trail goes. Goes across here, across those two little bridges. Let's see if we can get up there and take a look. This section up here is just nothing but ice, so I'm not going to go much further than this. Alright, it's time to head back to camp. Probably got still got a lot of daylight left. So as you can tell, I'm having better luck with the fire this trip. so don't melt my tripod. Fire shifting back towards the camera. So, yeah, this is nice back here. There's been nobody around, which I didn't really expect there to be because these trails are pretty icy, and it's the middle of the week, so. But it's been a nice relaxing day here by the fire, or in camp. Just setting everything up, doing camp chores. Been really nice. Excited to get in the prototype hammock and check that out tonight. Got my dinner rehydrating in the bag. And let's see, what time is it? I think it's about 7. Oh, 6:59. How about that? So I'll sit here for a couple more hours. Probably till about 9:30 or so. Then I'll go to bed. So make your guys' opinion on something. I was thinking about doing a little segment, little set of videos, little series of videos, kind of an attempt to help build the community a little bit for my channel and for other people's channels. And I was thinking about doing something like a 10 questions or something like that, where instead of it just being a challenge video where I would say, hey, I'm going to ask you 10 questions, you do a video about it. Maybe do it something like a Hangouts, like a Google Hangout. And I would get 10 questions to ask you about your channel, and or about what you do for your channel. If you do outdoors, you do travel or bushcraft or whatever. And then you would ask me 10 questions, and then it would be the video where you're asking me, part of the video where you're asking me the questions, you would put on your channel, and then the part where I'm asking you the questions, I'd put on my channel, and then we cross promote them that way. Just something I was thinking about doing. I think it'd be kind of cool, learn more about the other channels and each other, and kind of inter-promote, cross-promote. This fire's dying again. So yeah, let me know. Let me know in the comments if that's something you'd be interested in doing. It sounds like a good idea. It sounds like it could be fun. And I'm sure somebody else has done something like this, but not that I've seen. So yeah, let me know in the comments. Alright, so it's about 9:30, and fire's out, and I'm in the hammock here. And you may be able to tell that this has got, this is different. This isn't my orange hammock. This has got a built-in bug net, which unzips all the way around. You can store up here in the head end. And it's also got an overcover on it. And I'm testing that to see how well that does in keeping in a little bit of heat. We'll see. I can tell it's definitely warmer in here already than it is outside, so that's definitely working. And build in a little bit of ventilation, so hopefully that works. So I'm gonna just relax here in the hammock for a little bit, and listen to the creek outside, and then slowly drift off to sleep. And I'll see you in the morning. Can't see anything out of this though. It's so dark in here. Alright. Night. Well, good morning. So it's like 8:30. I just woke up. It's awesome. I got a really short hike out and nowhere to be, so I'm just taking my time this morning. Got a little precipitation last night, which is a bit of a surprise. It wasn't supposed to rain or anything. Thankfully, it turned into freezing rain, so nothing really got wet. I'm going to show you real quick. So it's a prototype, and the rain fly, I try to make that as small as possible. and I made it a little too small. It covers, and I had it pulled down a little lower last night, so it kept me dry. But the next one's going to have a little bit bigger of a rain fly. But I stay dry, so it's all good. I'm going to get a little bit of firewood together, just so I have something to burn here in the morning. I'm going to make my breakfast, and then I'm going to slowly make my way out of here. It is exactly 1 mile straight line back to the car, so I'm in no rush. The sun's finally coming out from behind the clouds, and it's beautiful here. Alright, time to get to work. Here's a little trick for you. If you're making, curls for your fire, you got nowhere to collect them. They keep on flying all over the place. Use your chair. Time's up. 9:44. Oh, I'm getting late. Alright, well, time to start breaking down. It's like 9:45 now. I've just been goofing off here by the fire. Had my breakfast. And some horrible instant coffee. It's disgusting. But it's coffee. One of the live streams I was on, I think it was Monday, people are talking about coffee and instant coffee, and it's horrible. And this is Folgers, so it's not the greatest thing anyway, but it's what I could find in the store, and it's disgusting, but it's coffee. I'm not gonna carry a percolator back here with everything else I got. So here's something. Let me see if this happens to you guys. I've heard of people being out camping, even like car camping, and being afraid of getting attacked by animals, or whatever, and then having dreams that they're attacked by animals. Bears are coming into camp, or whatever. I've got the opposite thing. It happens to me a lot, and it happened to me last night too. So I'll be asleep, obviously, because I'm dreaming, and so I'll be having this dream that people have found my campsite. And I had a dream last night that people hiked in and set up right next to me. And then a guy and his family came kayaking down the river. Like, you couldn't kayak down this if you wanted to. And they're like, oh, look, there's a campsite. And I was like, no, what are you people doing? This isn't even a trail. Like, there's all this forest and you're sitting right up on top of me. The price is more about me than anything, but I think it's funny. It happens a lot. A lot of dreams people are hiking through. When I was at Painter Creek, I swear I heard people a couple campsites up, and it was probably like 4:30 when I got up. Maybe a little bit later than that, maybe closer to 5:30, and I heard people talking. I clearly heard voices talking. I thought I was awake, maybe I wasn't. So you will get matrixing off of the water. Like right now, the ice is starting to break up that formed overnight, like on these little falls, and it slides and it makes some weird noises, and you just hear noises like that throughout the night that during the day you don't pick up on because you're seeing things and you're doing stuff, you're not paying attention to it. But at night when it's dark, and that hammock with that overfly on it, that overcover, and the tarp, and no moon last night, it was pitch black in there. It was so dark, and then it clouded up and rained, so it got even darker. So all you have is your sense of hearing, your ears, so you pick up every little noise. But I swear I heard people in that campsite, but maybe it was just an extension of the dreams I have. I, of course, have also had dreams that elephants have walked by my hammock. That was weird. I've always had crazy dreams. It seems like when I'm camping, I get really weird ones. The elephants one was at Francis Slocum State Park. There's no elephants in Pennsylvania, except for maybe in a zoo somewhere. And I knew it was a dream immediately because I could see. I had my tarp down to block the light coming up from the bathrooms, but I could see through it. I could see through it enough that I could see that an elephant had walked by the hammock. That was crazy. And so let me know what you guys think of that 10 questions thing too, or something like it. I was thinking about it last night when I was just laying in a hammock. Because that's something that, not just me, I mean, anybody could do that. That'd be pretty cool, I think. Let me know. Alright, so the battery is flashing at me on this thing. It's about ready to die. So, I'm going to start getting packed up and probably talk to you once I'm on the trail, or at least packed up. Alright, so camp is broken down. Fire has been doused, so it will not spark back up. Covered it in snow, mixed it all together. Time to say goodbye to this beautiful, beautiful, beautiful site that I'm pretty sure that unless you watch this video, you don't know this site exists. I don't think anybody really knows this here. That fire ring has not been used in a very, very long time. So what a beautiful spot to spend the night. So I don't have real far to go. It's only like just about a mile to get back up to the car, if that. So I'm not really going to record. I'm going to call this one a video. Enjoy my hike out. If you like the video, hit that thumbs up. Subscribe. Join me on Thursdays at 7 p.m. I do my live stream. It's a lot of fun. I have a lot of fun in those. And then if you have a live stream, join my live stream and let other people know that you got it. And we'll get people over there to see what you're doing. So, all right. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed it as much as I did. And I'll see you in the next.